Welcome back, everybody. It's Untype2Go, and today I have a special deck for you. So I've been working on a mono green legend devotion list for a bit, and it's been pretty fun. It put up a lot of good results a couple weeks ago. It's gotten a little bit worse over time, but with Historic Anthology 5 dropping, we got some new cards, and for starters, we're playing with Vorinclex. So when Vorinclex first came out in Kaldheim, I played with it first day, and I figured what better way to pay homage than to play Vorinclex day 1 with Historic Anthology 5. Technically, it's day 2 or 3 for me because I'm lazy. Only non-legendary creature in the entire deck is Paradise Druid. Everything else is legendary because we are playing a Sika, God of the Tree. This is going to give all of our legendary creatures vigilance and the ability to tap for any color, so they're all going to be able to ramp into each other's. What other legendary creatures are we playing? There's not really a lot of one-drop legendary creatures, especially in green. I'm pretty sure like this is it. Ovia, Pashiri, Sage Lifecrafter, 1 mana, 1/2. You can pay 3, tap, make a servo for a 1/1 servo. You can pay 5 and tap to create an XX colorless construct artifact creature token, where X is the number of creatures you control. We play a ton of creatures in this deck, so it's a legendary. It's going to check for our Mox Amber, which, yeah, we are playing 3 Mox Ambers. I chose to go 3. I started with 4. It was bad. I went down to 2. Didn't see it enough. The 3 is just, we're seeing where that's at. Like I said, almost everything in the deck is legendary except Paradise Druid, so this is going to be able to tap for mana. One copy of Vivian's Arcbow. It is a legendary artifact. I don't think that triggers for Mox Amber, though, unfortunately. Vivian's Arcbow is going to allow us to discard cards, so if we're in top deck mode and we draw lands, we can discard them and try to snag a creature off the top. Cultivate, as a 2-of, grabs us more lands, puts them into play. We do want to ramp up a little bit. 3 copies of Yorvo, Lore of Garenbrig, 3 mana, 0/0, comes in with 4 counters, and then whenever another green creature comes into play, you put a counter on it, and if its power is greater than Yorvo's, you put an additional counter on it. So this guy just scales. It gets big over time. Alright, it's already big at rate. 3 mana, 4/4 is pretty decent, and then when you curve out into Vivian, giving it trample and 2 counters, making it a 6/6, is pretty strong. And we're playing 2 copies of Questing Beast because we already know and love this guy, right? I mean, I shouldn't even have to really read this one out to you guys. It just attacks through pretty much everything. 1 copy of Kolvori, God of Kinship, 4 mana, 2/4, as long as you have 3 or more other legendary creatures. So that's kind of a tough stipulation. We need 4 legendary creatures total, which is why the entire deck is legendary, so it's not really going to matter. But it's going to allow us to dig, grab us a legendary creature from among them, put into our hand, and then the Ringheart Crest is going to tap for mana. We choose a creature type, and it can tap for that, or it can tap for a legendary creature spell, which is every single thing in the deck. 1 copy of Toski. It's going to draw us cards. It's indestructible. It can't be countered, but it has to attack each combat, which kind of sucks. You can't keep it up as a blocker. But like I said, with a bunch of creatures going wide, it's going to draw us a card for each creature that deals damage. All of our creature spells are going to cost 1 less to cast, and that's really good. The only creature that doesn't apply to, besides like Avia, is Yorvo. That's it. So everything else is going to get a cost reduction, and that's going to help. Then we get to pay 3 mana to reveal the top card of our library. If it's a creature, we put it into our hand. Otherwise, we may put it into our graveyard. So it's either you draw it if it's a creature, or you surveil one. And that's really strong for a green deck to have access to. 2 copies of Golos, like I said. This is going to search our library for any land, and then if we have this 7 mana with Werberg, with, like World Tree or something, we get to activate this, and then exile the top 3 and play them off the top without paying their mana cost. And then all of our hits, we have 1 copy of Turntimber Symbiosis to grab a creature off the top 7, I believe, yes. 2 copies of Vorinclex, like I said, this is new. An 8 mana 7/6 with Trample. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land could produce. And then whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, that land doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. I used to play this in Commander way back, and it was a very annoying, hateful card. And I've played against it already on Arena. I played with it on Arena, and it's mean, guys. It's mean. It's mean. If you can get to it, even if your opponent interacts with it, they're just like stuck for a whole turn, and that's enough sometimes. 1 copy of Ugin the Spirit Dragon, 2 copies of the Great Henge to be able to give us a lot more draw power. It's also going to gain us some life, and it's also going to put counters on our creatures to make them bigger. And then 2 copies of Galta Primal Hunger. This is a 12 mana, 12/12 with Trample, but it costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures we control. This is going to be a 2 mana, 12/12, like all the time. Like basically every single game you play. If your opponent doesn't board wipe, it's going to be a 2 mana, 12/12. In the mana base, 2 copies of Castle Garenbrig. Play all 4 if you have them. I just don't have them. the 2 copies of World Tree, the 2 copies of Faceless Haven, and the 16 basics. And the sideboard, Allosaurus Shepherd to prevent our creatures from being countered. 1 copy of Cruel Harpooner. Now, be mindful, Vivian does grab creatures out of the sideboard, so we have a little bit of a wish board. Cruel Harpooner is going to deal damage to creatures with flying when it comes into play. Scavenging Ooze, Exile Graveyard. An additional copy of Questing Beast to snag out of the sideboard. Shifting Ceratops, it can't be countered, and it has protection from blue, which is pretty strong. Elder Gargoboy, one of my favorites, 6/6, and it has a whole bunch of abilities. An additional Scavenging Ooze, because you already know the sideboard is split for no reason. Vivian's Arcbow as an additional copy against control, pretty good. 2 copies of Reclamation Sage to be able to deal with artifacts and enchantments. 1 copy of Thragtusk for life gain. Carnage Tyrant can't be countered. 1 copy of Platinum Angel. Makes it so we can't lose the game, and your opponent can't win the game off of some stupid combo, and you can't just die immediately to burn. And then we have Craterhoof Behemoth as another way to close out the game. That is Mono Green Legendary Devotion in Historic. I hope you guys like this deck. If you do, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. It would really help the channel out a ton. And with that, let's take it into Arena, and I'll see you all in the wrap-up. Game 1 against remains the same, and we are on the draw. This hand is really slow. This is like all of our top-end stuff, all in our opening hand. And this is better. Honestly, it's not too bad. Turn Timber we can have as a land. Kalvuri, we can play the Ringheart Crest so we can cast a Sika. As long as we're not up against, like, Mono Red or something, we have a chance. Okay. I like it. Watery Grave seems like a slow matchup. Psych. It's probably Rogues. It's probably Dimir Rogues. Ooh, Omnises? Okay, so this is a draw deck. They're probably going to play turn 3 to Fairy's Tutelage, right? It's got to be. Ominous Tutelage. Seems fun. I actually might make that. That sounds kind of cool. Ringheart Crest. Creature type doesn't really matter. We'll choose Druid. Double Omnises. This is going to be really sketchy. 4. Oh god, Brainstorm with this. This seems like a cool deck, guys. This might be like one of my next videos. Oh my god. This is going to trigger in like a turn or two. What other ways like draw a ton of cards, though? Thought Eraser. Thought Erasure. Sure. What are you gonna get? Probably, yeah. I was gonna say Vivian, but the Sika's not a bad target either. Alright, opponent definitely has a counterspell. Cool, so we get the draw effect. Galta is 5 mana. Yep. So all of our legendary creatures have vigilance. So that, I mean, at least we get to attack and block with it. Okay. That's like turn 5 Kraken. That's, I mean, that's not bad. Turn 5 2 Krakens, though? Turn 6? Disinformation Campaign. That's really good, too. Alright, so let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would have 8 mana to play this. Do we play Vorinclex or do we play Galtibui? I think we play Vorinclex. Nylea is still indestructible though, so that's good. Ooh, World Tree. Wait, actually. Yeah, doesn't matter. We're in a sketchy spot. Conan has 18 damage on board. Alright, so all his mana is locked up for a turn. No blocks. Alright, graveyard. I mean, that's good, but we can't use that right now. All of our creatures have vigilance and trample. It's not lethal, but 11, 16, yeah, it's not lethal. It's close. Oh man, this is such a close game. I swear, last card Brainstorm, how crazy would that be, right? Okay, good game. That was scary, man. This is a cool deck, though. I don't think you need Zombie Infestation. I mean, I hope that's like a 1 or 2 of. Reliquary Tower seems cool. Jinkataxis. Yeah, that seems pretty nutty with Ominous Seas. Pretty omni. For Diamini. Game 2 against Tatch. An opening hand is interesting. It's pretty slow. I wish we had a Via. If we had a Via, this hand would be solid. But we're keeping it. Let's go ahead and just play the Amber now. Ooh, nothing for our opponent. Paradise Boy for us. Rune's Crown. So they get to attach a rune to this, and then this will have the abilities of that rune. Chose the lifelink one. Okay, I know what this is. Is this like a famished paladin combo deck? I wonder. Alright, so we go Questy. Start getting this damage in. Equip 2. Alright, so if it is that deck, our opponent didn't have it yet. Unless they're just going to wait until the turn they have it. That's pretty scary. Yep. But we're going to plus this up. Put them all on that.
How you've grown.
Because we want to keep chunking our opponent's life total down. Next turn, though, I think we're going to -5 this for our Reclamation Sage and blow up this Rune Crown. Demanding Dragon. Deals 5 damage to us unless we sacrifice a creature. A decline. So do we actually kill this instead? I'm not sure. We have our opponent clocked at 8. 8 damage.
My aim and their claws, you're done.
Orvo plus Evia. Opponent needs a board wipe to survive, or the combo, if they're even playing it. I don't even know if they're even playing it. I would just assume. I'll just give these each trample, I guess.
This'll be fun to watch.
Alright, good game. Game 3 against Drizzt. Game 3 against Drizzt. We're gonna mulligan. And yikes, this isn't really any better, so we're gonna mulligan again. You don't have to keep it. Gonna have to. Put the Great Hinge back. And we might need the Amber. Yeah, let's try it like that. We're gonna lead off with the World Tree regardless, and we're gonna play the Mox Amber. Ooh, okay. Even better. Ovia off the top actually gives us mana with the Mox Amber. So turn 2, Paradise Druid, potentially. Can we get a forest? Woohoo! You know it. Alright, cool. Up against Selesnya. They didn't play a second white source, though. They might have it with the Paradise Druid for Skyclave Apparition. They might have Elite Spellbinder as well. And if they do, they hit our Yorvo. Saw Tusk Demolisher. Demolisher. Demimamisher. Ooh, we could hit our lands. Okay. I mean, I guess we just start beating down with a token he just gave us. Thanks, man. I like this card though. It's interesting. I tried this out immediately when it first got released to try with the reflections. The reflections of Lijara or whatever. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just a mana shy. So we play a Sika. And then I guess we do nothing. Next turn we have a Great Henge. Cathar's Crusade, that's pretty scary. Get in for 7. Now, unless this is a combo deck, I can't imagine they rip into anything that's like gonna blow us out of the water. Alright, this is our first one. I'm gonna get a land. Okay, now this is something to worry about. Land. Gem Razor. Okay. Ooh, alright. So we're gonna tap that for a green. Keep this. Tap that for a green. Play Vivian. We're gonna have Yorvo kill this Suspicious Sterix. And then I'm pretty sure we just get in. Good game. Game 4 up against Ipstein, and our opening hand is kind of weird. So we don't really have any action until turn 3. Unless we hit a Paradise Druid with Abundant Harvest, which is very, very unlikely. But I mean, if we can just curve out and not get run over, we have no idea about what our opponent's deck is. We have no information. Mono white. Okay. So, mono white life gain. Alright, I'm just going to play the World Tree on 1 and just get it out of the way. Because I feel like if I don't, it's going to pinch my mana at some point and it's going to bite me. Daxus. Alright, so turn 3 Heliod is pretty bad for us. Snow-covered forest. Let's name non-land. We don't need lands. And there's the turn 2 we would have got. Actually, we would have hit this Sika. Passioned Order is not that bad. If they get a Johnny's Pride mate, then we might be in some trouble here. We're gonna play Yorvo first. Yorvo first, just because he blocks pretty well. Never mind. Okay. Yep. People still play Diamond Mare? Really? Okay. Alright, that was a trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still wouldn't have enough.
I have survived Nico Bones, and I will survive you. My.
We're gonna grow up the Sika. And yeah, I mean, might as well attack, it's free. Opponent's gaining a ton of life. We're not going to discard a card, but what we will do, counters here.
My, how you've grown.
And now we just pop off, basically. Might as well get in for 5. You would have to block it with everything. Fair enough. Daxus does it. Okay. That sucks, but we still get the cost reduction on our creatures, and we still get the activation. Ooh. Questing Beast, okay. Start off with Garrick's Uprising. End turn Timber Symbiosis. We would have to tap everything, huh?
This'll be fun to watch.
And we'll just keep chunking them down. And then, tap for a green. Prismatic Bridge. Pass the turn. This deck is fun, man. I don't care if it's tier 1 or not. This deck is tier fun. Super good. That joke was terrible, but this deck is really enjoyable to play, guys. I'm telling you. This was a lot of fun. This turn, that last turn was like, that last turn was nuts. And then we still have our turn Timber to rely on next turn. We get a Golos. That's, yeah. Sure. We'll grab another Faceless Haven. 37 cards left in our library. Let's go ahead and activate Golos. Yorvo.deck. Let's activate it again. Kind of wish we attacked first. That was really bad on our on my part.
One arrow knocked. Hope you're ready. I love everything from deer to dinosaurs.
Put 2 counters here.
This'll be fun to watch.
And I mean, I guess we play Yovia as well. I could play that Yorvo and make our Yorvo a little bit bigger, but I'm not going to. I don't want to mill ourselves out. Oh, there's the Hollowed Priest. Yep. Mm-hmm. Foreign clicks. Okay. We get a Vorinclex, guys. Completely free of charge. Thank you. I will take that. I think we're just gonna kill that. Get that out of there. We're gonna play Great Henge for Great Henge. Because why not, honestly? Gonna make an 8/8. Never mind, there it is. So all we gotta do is -2. Ooh, and we get our Nylea back too? Gas. Alright, opponent's down to 15. Don't even really feel like playing anything else, honestly. Let's discard the Worldry. And opponent gives it up. Man, that was fun. I probably could have won a turn sooner. Honestly, I slow rolled that by accident, but still, this deck pops off. M-Dub in 87 for Game 5, the 5th and final match. Can we win this? Opening hand is very awkward and slow, so we're going to mulligan. We're going to mulligan. Mulligan again. Better, but not really. Alright, let's get rid of the Mox Amber. Okay. Gives us basically the least impactful card for the choice, for the non-land card type. Oh, man. Oh, we get a second try at it? Non-land. Okay, that's sufficient. Opponent's given us all the time in the world, though, so we're going to cultivate. Playing Questing Beast there made our Mox Amber have the ability to tap, so we can cast our Sika over the Paradise Druid, which is essentially the same thing. The Sika is just better, minus the hexproof. Gives all of our creatures vigilance, though. Questing Beast being the target makes sense. That's okay. Vivian's Arcbow is not bad. Yeah, Arcbow is really not bad at all. Let's play that. So let's see, we got 4 or 5. We can discard. Well, actually, is this only as a sorcery? It's not. We're sitting there reading the card, like, just gives it away. I guess I should have played the land and held up that. Okay, so discard for 5. That's awful. Sure. Nothing in his graveyard currently. I guess we grab Golos. Golos probably just... Golos is fine. Yeah. We'll just Golos. And then World Tree. Yeah. Obviously. Because, yeah. Okay. I see where this is going. We're gonna have like a Star of Extinction on our hands, guys. We have something to fear. We can actually afford Galta. That's pretty funny. No attacks. Do we Galta? I feel like we Golos. Land. I mean, I'm okay with this. It's not too bad. I don't want to play the Galta because... There we go. Here we go. I don't want to play the Galta because then he can fight it. He can fight it with the Thrash Taunter. And then block it on the next combat step, so we're going to lose. We take the one regardless, so... Okay. So next turn he gets random cast between God's Willing and Anger of the Gods. All very much on theme, I like it. Well, let's Golos. We're gonna play this for the Prismatic Bridge. Okay. We get to attack for free. And he's going to Anger the Gods anyway. Oh, God's Willing. There you go. 3, 4, 5. Star of Extinction costs what, 7? Hmm. I just realized Anger of the Gods having lifelink gained him a ton of life because it checked for each individual creature. We need an Ugin. That's the only way I think we can win this game is if we find Ugin. Take the 2. Prismatic. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's also pretty cool.
From the smallest ant to the largest hydra, nature is beautiful.
So we have to be really careful about how we play this.
We're fit enough to survive.
We do not have him for lethal. So what we need to do is Brash Shelter target opponent. So we can't hit Vivian. We can't attack. So even if he fights the Galta, we're still up to 2. Oh wait, then he gets Anger of the Gods anyway. Yeah, so we just lose. Yep. We were right there, because if we could have minus with the Vivian, we could have grabbed Platinum Angel, and then we would have been fine. I guess let's go Los and see what happens. Jeez. Actually, wait, we're still not even dead. We're still fine. Well, that's awkward. We need to gain some life, though. We're not playing Platinum Angel. Garderoth it is.
I'm not sure you can handle what I have planned.
Well, all he's got to do now is fight our Galta and we lose. We need to gain life somehow. Oh my god. No way. No way, dude. This is how we're going out, man. I mean, we're just dead now. This sucks. Should have played Yorvo first, I don't even know. Attacking him down does not kill him, so we can't. So, all he's got to do is fight Galta. Oh wait, he can't. His lands are tapped. We need Ugin. Come on, Ugin. That's close. Not really. Ugin. Ugin. Nine cards left in our library. Oh my god. No way. No way. Damn. So I'm trying to think. We're just dead, I think, right? Because we can't... Yeah, right. Well, gaining us the life keeps us alive for the combat, but I think we still die on the backswing. Oh my god. What? Oh, wow. What a game. Jesus. Welcome back to the wrap-up. If you made it this far, it means you've watched the entire video, and I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. If you've made it this far, please consider leaving a like, commenting down below, clicking the link, trying out the deck yourselves, and subscribing and hitting the bell, especially if you're a new viewer, to stay up to date with all of my current content. With that being said, we went undefeated today, completely undefeated. This deck is crazy. I mean, it pops off, honestly. This deck pops off. So I've had a ton of fun playing this and recording this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please give this deck a try. I mean, if you have the wild cards, craft it. It's really fun. Like, Vorinclex being in the deck gives you a ton of mana. You're activating Golos at, like, all the time. It basically, like, Vorinclex in this deck is, what is that guy's name? Vorinclex in this deck is basically Nyxbloom Ancient for other green decks. So Nyxbloom like produces way more mana, obviously, but it's not a legendary where Vorinclex is, and this also hinders your opponent a great deal. Like, Vorinclex tapping down our last opponent's mana for a turn gave us one extra turn to win the game. Otherwise, the Brash Taunter could have fought our Galta, and we would have just been dead. So this was a ton of fun. I didn't think that we would have won as many games as we did, especially in Mythic, but this deck is great. And thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Rob, aka Untap Your Go. I will see you all in the next video, and thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.